11 weeks, almost 3 months into this. I'm going to go out on a limb here and say most of us have found a routine and have maybe made peace with the situation. We're not disinfecting fanatically, and I can talk about the kids not going back to school in September without actually tearing up. And, we don't know yet if they will or they won't. But the other thing that's come out of almost 3 months of this is you really start to understand what you value in life. And some of those revelations can be extremely liberating, and some of them can be downright scary. Like, for instance, I've been living in San Francisco for a long time, on and off, really, since 2004. And the deal I made with myself is, I'll be fine here as long as I can travel. Well, can't really travel much. So I'm left living in a city that I don't feel particularly connected to, and whose weather I hate. It's a good time to question it. Can I do something about it? I don't know. But it is really good to know. Turns out I really miss sunshine and a warm ocean. And that's a big one. And then there are lots of other small things that I've learned. Like, for instance, I was surprised to learn that I don't really miss restaurants. I miss interacting with people. I miss dressing up. And I miss having some variety in my food because I can cook all of 3.5 things. So if I could check off all those boxes and take out in a garden and just wear some stilettos with my friends, I think I'd be fine forever. Similarly, turns out I'm really just a social drinker. I enjoy drinking with my friends. Other than that, I'm okay with, a little shot of brandy like I've talked about before, or just some tea. Maybe I need to get on the cannabis bandwagon. Similarly with music, it's my lifeline. But even though I can sing by myself, and I do, turns out I really miss the collaboration aspect and partnering with people. Plus, I'm not a songwriter, I'm a performer, so I miss having an audience. Is that something I'm going to actively chase once this thing is over? Absolutely. And I think the lack of people for extreme extroverts like me feels like a punishment. And yes, I am actually very introspective and I like spending time on my own, but I get off on people energy, old people and new people. I miss going out in the world and seeing what different people are doing. On the same token, on behalf of my kids, I miss school for them. I miss them interacting with their friends. I miss them learning in groups. I miss freaking recess. It can't be healthy to hang around with your parents 24/7. And while we're seeing people at a distance in San Francisco, I miss touch. I miss big hugs. I miss smacking people around proverbially and literally. And I'm really hoping that comes back soon. I don't know how, but I guess it's a big part for many of us, human touch. And I really miss family and friends. My mom lives in India, my sister's in Singapore. Some of my best friends live across the planet from me, and I don't know when I'm going to get to see them, and that really hurts. And it's funny, that the people that you miss the most are the ones you're still Zooming with, because God knows that novelty has worn off. And I really miss travel for the sake of travel, going to new places, whether it's in a car or in a plane or in a train. I really, really enjoy that. I miss going back to favorite places. I miss Mexico, I miss Bombay, I miss London. Was I always fanatical about travel? Yep. Am I sure that I'm absolutely crazy about it? Yep. I think the most important thing that I miss is freedom. To step out without thinking about masks and disinfectants, to move freely through a world without thinking that you're going to get sick or somebody's going to get you sick. And I know this about myself. Freedom has always been a very critical part of who I am, and it's the part that I miss most through this whole thing. I want to point out that I am aware that I'm amongst the 10% in the world that's probably going to get through this whole situation unscathed. That I'm very grateful that all my basic needs are more than met, and that I'm healthy and that the people I love are healthy. I get all of that. But I also think that we owe ourselves the freedom to feel all the feels, the good and the bad. So while positivity and gratitude are part of my everyday Corona experience, so is loss and yearning and missing. And sometimes I go to bed at night just sad. Life is not meant to be an endless cycle of happiness. We're meant to experience ups and downs, and we're meant to understand that everything is temporary. So feel the feels, miss the things you love, learn about the things that you love, and maybe we'll all come out on the other side of this a little bit more self-aware. Cheers.